Hi, beautiful. We're reading in A Course in Miracles in the text, chapter 18, The Passing of the Dream, section 12, I Need Do Nothing. We've read in this section before, but we're reading a different paragraph this time, and I feel like we can go over these principles again and again, because it's really, for me, it's been about getting a little bit of the spirit of it, getting a taste of it each morning really helps me orient my day toward miracles instead of toward being hostage to ego. We're taught in A Course in Miracles we have two basic options, fear or love, hostage to ego or host to God. And when we check in with these principles, it helps us orient our focus toward being host to God. Paragraph 1. You still have too much faith in the body as a source of strength. What plans do you make that do not involve its comfort or protection or enjoyment in some way? I'll pause here and say, yeah, probably 90% of the plans I make involve comfort, protection, and enjoyment for my body. This makes the body an end and not a means in your interpretation, and this always means you still find sin attractive. No one accepts atonement for himself who still accepts sin as his goal. You have thus not met your one responsibility. Atonement is not welcomed by those who prefer pain and destruction. Okay, let's pause. I want to talk about this. It's interesting that it says your one responsibility. Again, I feel like it's a little bit, the Course can be a little bit playful and cheeky sometimes. Like, you've got one responsibility. You can do this. I'm going to put it out there that I don't sense, or I haven't interpreted this as A Course in Miracles saying we shouldn't take care of our body. At different points, it does, it's a learning device, and it's something to be grateful for and happy for. Certainly, there's nothing wrong with enjoying our lives. That's a big reason why we're here, is to be in love, which is synonymous with joy. However, when we are body identified and we think we are the body, then we become a slave to the body rather than letting the body be a learning device, letting it be a tool, an experience. We start to worship the vehicle instead of the driver, the indwelling being. There is one thing that you have never done. You have not utterly forgotten the body. Wow. It has perhaps faded at times from your sight, but it has not yet completely disappeared. You are not asked to let this happen for more than an instant. Yet it is in this instant that the miracle of atonement happens. Afterwards, you will see the body again, but never quite the same. And every instant you spend without awareness of it gives you a different view of it when you return. Wow, isn't that cool? So the Course is saying right here, like, it's not like we're expected to 24/7 not be aware that we're having a human experience. But even just a moment of the holy instant, even just a moment of recognizing who and what you truly are is enough to return to your body awareness with a more elevated perception or even true vision. At no single instant does the body exist at all. It is always remembered or anticipated, but never experienced just now. Only its past and future make it seem real. Time controls it entirely, for sin is never holy in the present. Really interesting. That's a really interesting concept, right? Time controls it entirely, for sin is never holy in the present. So sin cannot be in the present because sin isn't real. It's just an error in thinking. And the present moment is synonymous with reality. It's all that is real, because the past is gone, it doesn't exist. The future hasn't arrived yet, it doesn't exist. So right here now is all that's real. Sin cannot exist in reality, so it can only exist in future projection or in recrimination, looking backward. In any single instant, the attraction of guilt would be experienced as pain and nothing else, and would be avoided. It has no attraction now. Its whole attraction is imaginary, and therefore must be thought of in the past or in the future. It is impossible to accept the holy instant without reservation, unless, just for an instant, you're willing to see no past or future. You cannot prepare for it without placing it in the future. Release is given you the instant you desire it. Many have spent a lifetime in preparation and have indeed achieved their instance of success. This course does not attempt to teach more than they learned in time, but it does aim at saving time. You may be attempting to follow a very long road to the goal you have accepted. It is extremely difficult to reach atonement by fighting against sin. Enormous effort is expended in the attempt to make holy what is hated and despised. Nor is a lifetime of contemplation and long periods of meditation aimed at detachment from the body necessary. Well, that's nice. It's good news. All such attempts will ultimately succeed because of their purpose. Yet the means are tedious and very time-consuming for all of them. Look to the future for release from a state of present unworthiness and inadequacy. Your way will be different, not in purpose, but in means. A holy relationship is a means of saving time. One instant spent together with your brother restores the universe to both of you. You are prepared. Now you need but to remember, you need do nothing. Wow. Stop efforting. You know, it's interesting because my spiritual guidance for the last 2 years, every time I pray for guidance, it's be. I'm like, well, come on, what do you want me to do? And the answer is nothing. I'm like, what do you mean nothing? I got to do something. And then, sorry, I kicked the camera there in my excitement. And Spirit says, why? I'm like, because I'll be bored. And what I've come to understand is that when we can just be in the now moment, be still and know, be here now, the next aligned action happens spontaneously. Like, we don't have to think about it. It just happens. You know, it's obvious. But when we're efforting or doing, we're scheming, we're thinking, we're planning. And some light planning is good and necessary. I'm not saying in this world of man and this my illusion that we don't have to do a little bit of planning, but it's been interesting to me to see that when I am willing to just be in my I am presence, I spontaneously know what needs to be done. But when I am living in the past or future, there's a lot of anxiety of like looking back and worrying about what happened in the past or having anxiety about what might happen in the future. None of that exists. I'm sitting here worrying about a non-reality instead of just being here now and loving what is in this moment right now. Right now is good enough. That's what I had to learn. Right now, right here is good enough. It's good enough. And I'm good enough. And my true authentic self is already perfect and complete. So I don't have to do anything. I just have to stop doing things. Because my innate nature and the spontaneous right action is going to happen more smoothly and more happily and more presently. And this is saying here that like this whole course is just aimed at saving time. And the way out is to simply be. It's to stop efforting. It literally says right here, you need do nothing. That's the shortcut. That's the shortcut. And the ego resists it because it's like, no, it's too easy. Guess what? The ego always is going to resist the shortcut or the easy way. It always is, because the ego is a fear construct of like, things have to be hard. I've got to climb up the top of the mountain and then back and then up again. And then I got to spin around 3 times and sacrifice a chicken. And then maybe I'll be a little bit more righteous. But it's not true. It didn't change anything. Maybe it wasn't bad. I mean, I guess the chicken wasn't happy about it, but maybe it wasn't objectively bad, but it didn't make you more holy. It didn't do anything. So I hope you enjoyed going up and down the mountain, because it didn't make you a better person. It didn't change your inherent worth. When you're able to just say, I'm enough right now, life is enough right now, the portal to the next level of joy and happiness and existence is complete and total surrender to the now moment and loving exactly what is right here, right now. I love it. A lifetime of contemplation and long periods of meditation aimed at detachment from the body is not necessary. I like to meditate though. It helps me. I benefit from it. I enjoy meditating. But I love that it's assuring us here that like you don't have to spend 40 years in a cave to be saved. You just have to realize you're already saved. You're already perfect, whole, and complete. So go sit in the cave for fun if you enjoy that, but it's not necessary. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Mwah.